Hello, my brothers, and hello, my sisters. This is Brother West. I'm back, and I want to help many people who don't know this. Many don't know this, and it really is the lack of knowledge. And I'm guilty of this myself. All of us are. But the thing about it, the things that we get through medicine, like melatonin, creatine, things of that nature, all of our chemically our body produce that anyway. And so in many cases there are certain sicknesses and emotions and moods that we go through. Oftentimes it's based on oftentimes we think it's the devil or the enemy, but really oftentimes it's really us. It's us. If you notice, let me explain, especially when it comes to your moods, your emotions, because it plays with your emotions, it plays with your moods, it plays with your hormones, and that's what the enemy is doing, is playing with your hormones. If you notice, if you're upset, you go eat some food, a certain type of food. Now this food that you eat, it's probably gonna make you sleepy. It's gonna make you want to go to sleep. It's gonna put you in a different type of mood. And so the thing about it with food, if food is not giving you energy, first of all, it's not food. But secondly, there are things in that food will make you depressed, or that will play with your mood and your emotions in a certain kind of way. It will. And let me link this. There are two hormones. There's the happy hormone and there's the stress hormone. The stress hormone is called cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone that when the body's under stress, it will react and will respond to the body. And if there's imbalance in the body, this chemical will protect the body and make you feel bad. You might have headaches. It will make you have panic attacks where you can control your emotion. That's what the cortisol does. The cortisol, it deals with your nerves. It deals with your nerves. It deals with the stress. And when that cortisol gene has been broken, it's going to respond in the opposite way. It's going to attack your body, where you're going to feel bad and you're going to feel depressed all the time. And when you're eating foods that pulls this cortisol on, when you're depressed and when you're unhappy and when you keep thinking about certain things, that cortisol is going to keep beating you down. But then there's a happy hormone called serotonin. And serotonin produces a chemical called melatonin. And melatonin, it makes you happy, which means that the more you become happy, the more you won't feel depressed, the more you won't feel sad, and all of those things. And it stems from what we eat. See, because even in the serotonin, it's a chemical that's released, which is melatonin, that goes to the nerves. It goes to the nerve cells in the body as well as the brain. And so some stuff is because there's certain things you're fighting medically, that if you quit eating certain foods and you understand that there's certain, because in most food there's a spirit, especially when it comes to meat. Because if you look at most of the food that we have now is processed, and so there's a chemical, there's hormones, and there's certain things in these foods that's going to make you respond and react a certain kind of way, especially when it's connected with sugar, because sugar will do that. Sugar will determine your mood. Sugar will determine whether you're up and you're down. That's why you need it all the time. But when you eliminate the sugar, you won't have mood swings. And so that's a little brief nugget. It's not the devil. It's just information. God says people perish for the lack of knowledge. And the knowledge is in knowing the information that triggers certain things. Certain foods with chemicals trigger certain things negatively. But in God, there are certain foods, the good foods that you eat will trigger good things. It will lower your insulin resistance. It will rebuke your depression. It will rebuke bad thoughts and stuff like that. And then it comes with being in tune with God and being in tune with what God has put in the earth that will help us, because the scripture said that it leads for the healing of the nation. And so you want to be healed, go to God and he will show you how to find your healing. Hear me.